Hello and welcome back. So let's continue building our front end right here. And if you look at our diagram here, already we have created majority of our pages, but we have one page that is left, and that page is order page. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to drag this up here so that we can add another page, and let us register that page here. So I'm going to add here building. So I'm going to building a cart page. Actually it's not cart page, order page, sorry. So this is order page here, and now because we have all those pages, now in the other video, now we are going to continue with the admin dashboard here, and then we'll do the integration. So if I come back to my code here, I need to register that page. I'm going to create that page and also make sure that I register. So inside here, I can be able to create order page. So order.jsx like that. And then here I can just use the shortcut RFCE to be able to create the page. But also I need to make sure that the order page here, I have registered it in app.jsx here. So I'm going to copy this and paste it down here. I'm going to change the path here. So in this case, the path here will be just orders, or I can just say my orders. Let me use my orders. And also I can just add here the page, which is order page. So I think here it needs to have auto completion. Yeah, you can see auto completion there. So if I import it, you can be able to see that I have imported it here. And when I try to now come to my application here and go to my orders page. So let me just go to my orders page, and if it loads here, you'll be able to see now we have order here, but it should be orders actually, but we won't change that. And now we have this page here, and what I want now is to close these pages that we are not going to use, like this one. And now we can continue building our orders page here. But before that, let's see how our order page looks like. So if I come back here and to the other project that we already had created, you can see we have these three products here. I want to remove these three product here, and I want to order this one product here so that we can be able to see the orders page. So I'm going to click proceed to checkout, and you need to have authenticated first of all to be able to do this ordering and to be able to access this checkout page by Stripe. So here I'm going to add my email. So let me add my email, or even you can choose to use Google Pay right here. So this one I'm going to add any email that I want, like that. And this information can be saved to the database, and I'm going to show you that in later videos. So let me add here like that, and then here I can be able to add any future date. Here also I can add any CVC. Here I'm going to add my name, and I think I can also add like click on pay. So if I click on pay here, you'll be directed to, if the order here has been created successfully, you can see that we have this page here that is order, and you can see thank you for your orders. Here are the details of your recent orders. If you check here, this URL is orders, but in this case I have named my this page, the path to this page, my orders, because I think this my orders is appropriate, so that you can know is that it is your orders. And also this part here you need to have authenticated, but we are going to do that later on. So here you can see we have order one here, and you can see we don't have any other order right now. So this is order one, and we are going to make sure that we actually make sure that we do that. We actually now create this page. You can see we have this check here, checkbox, and also we have this information, thank you for your orders. Here are the details of your recent orders. You can see order 1. So if you have another order here, it will be actually down here. So let's see now what we do in this case and how to create this one here. So I'm going back to my code here, and let me just come here, and the first thing, let me start by styling this page. First thing that I want to do is to give this whole size, so to give mean height and then screen like that. Also, I want it to have a background color of gray and variation of 50. I'm going to give a padding of 8 for the whole page. So if I save this and come back here, you'll not be able to see any difference. The only difference that you can see is that we have a background color here that is gray. So let's go back into our code, and inside here, I first of all need to create a div that will hold this information here. Let me show you. So this information up here, like a checkbox, we have a thank you for your orders, and here are details. So let's do that. So here I'm going to style this part. So red adds class name here. The first thing that I'm going to add is maximum width here will be 4xl. I'm going to give a margin X here to be auto, and also I'm going to give a background to be white so that we can see that part, and also we can give a shadow to be shadow medium or shadow MD here, and also I'm going to give a rounded LG, and also I'm going to give a padding of 6 like that. So let's see if we have any changes in that case. Yeah, you can see we have this part here, and that part is right here. So let's now let's create, actually this one will be this whole part here, like this whole part is not like this part only. So now I need to have another div, and that div is the one that will hold now this information that is up here. So inside that we are going to have another div. So in this div here, let's make sure that we style it. So I'm going to have a class name. For this one, we are going to make sure that text is aligned at center like that. Also, I'm going to have a margin bottom of 8 like that. And here now I can have an icon that is for check. So for check, so this one I need to import it. So check circle like that. And then because I don't see any auto completion, I think I can try to see the auto completion, or maybe we can actually be able to import it manually. So because I cannot be able to see it here, what I'm going to do is try and import it manually. So import, we are going to import from, remember we have React icons, and then FA here. So I'm going to just import it here. So for check, we have circle like that. And then now let us style this. We are going to add a class name here like that. And we are going to have, first of all, the text here, we are going to give a green. That is like the color of the that check. This one should be green. So this check icon, and also I'm going to give the size here to be 6xl, and also I'm going to give margin X auto, actually, yeah, auto. And then what else? Another thing that I'm going to do is to give it a margin bottom of 4 like that. So if I save this, come back here, you can see now that is the one that I wanted here. Like this is the background color, this is the size, and also you can see the color here is like a green. So I'm going to have, after that, I need to have a heading 1, which is thank you for your orders. So I'm going to come back here, come back to this project here, and I'm going to copy this. So let me copy that and paste it here. And after that, we have another information. So for this information here, I'm going to have like a P, this is a P tag or a paragraph. So let me copy also that. So here are the details for your recent order. So I'm going to come up here and paste it here. So for this heading now, let me add a class name. For this one, I'm going to have text to be 3XL. I'm going to also have font to be bold like that. And also for this one, the text can have a class name here, and this one we are going to have it, the text here should be gray. So and this one will be a variation of 600. After that, now we can have a margin top of 2. So let's have a margin top of 2, and I think that looks nice. So let's go back to my project and you can see how it looks like. So it's the same as this one here. So now after that, we need to have another div that will hold now our orders. So let me come back here, and I'm going to create another div right here. So for this div, let's first of all make sure that I actually have a class name here like that. So this one we are going to have a MB, which is 8 for the whole order. This one will hold the whole order. So for the order here, the first thing that I want is to have the order number. So for this case here, this will be order 1, but I'm going to copy from here. So let's copy this order 1, and this is a heading. So paste it here. And for this one, let me style it. So class name also. And this one will be, we are going to give it a different styling. So 2XL, I'm going to give font to be semi-bold. And also I'm going to have margin bottom to be 4. And then I can have another div now. So let's have another div right here, and then this div here holds this other part that has a product here. We have the items ordered, and we have products here, and also this rating here. So let's do that. So for this part, let me add the class name. So for the class name here, I'm going to add a space of y and then 4 like that. And now inside here, we are going to have, first of all, we are going to have another div here. So this div here will hold now the text. So let's have, first of all, this div here. So the div, and then inside here, we can have like for the background color. So let me first of all add class name. Here I'm going to have a background color of gray, and this a gray variation of 50. I'm going to have a padding 4. I'm going to have rounded to be LG. So like that. So if I come back to my project here, you can be able to see that already we have this order 1 here. So let's come here and let's see what we are going to do in this inside this div. So here we are going to have now the text. So this one is x3 here, and this one is items ordered like that. Then let us have a styling here. So for this one, we are going to have a styling to be text XL, text A, and also I'm going to give it like a font to be of semi-bold, and also we are going to have a margin bottom of 2 like that. So if I save this, come back to my project, so we have this, you can see items ordered. Now if I continue now, yeah, after that we can have now the other div that holds the product. So let's do that. So here I'm going to have a div. So this div, let us type this div here. So we are going to have a class name here, and I'm going to give this a flex first of all. Here this one will hold all the products that we are going to have for this products for this order. and also I think that's okay because I want them to be one under the other one. So this one will be the way they have been arranged here. This the first item, the second item here, and you can see for the product we have the image here, we have the quantity, we have the title here, and we have the price. So let's create that this container that holds our product. So here we have this container here, and the first thing is to style it. So here we are going to have for example, we need to have a flex because we want them to be aligned horizontally. We are going to make sure that they are aligned at the same center, so item center. We are going to make sure that they are spaced evenly, so I'm going to use just 5 between. And also I want the border to be bottom. We have to have a border bottom, and also border should be gray color. And also we are going to have a variation of it to be 200. Also I'm going to have a padding bottom of 4 like that. So if I save that, come back here, you can see that we have this border here that is for the bottom here, and you can see this one. So let's continue now. I'm going to come up here. So this is the one that holds the product. So the first thing that we are going to have here is we are going to have the image. So we have the image here, and this image we can just check the images that we have in our public folder. So this one will like be JPG. Let me see if I have that actually. So yeah, you can see we have this one. So we need to style this image first of all. So I'm going to come up here and add class name for this product. So for this image now, what we are going to do is to give it a small size. So width will be 24. Also, I'm going to give a height to be 24. And also the other thing that I'm going to give for this image here is to make sure that it is rounded. It has a rounded corner, so rounded MD like that. If I come back here, you can see it is a small one here, and I can make sure that it covers, so object cover like that. If I save that, let's see that will, yeah, you can see now it has improved. So now after the image here, we can have a div here that holds the title and also the quantity. So let's do that now. So let's add a div here. So we have a div. So this div here, let's add style. So for this div, we are going to have give it like a flex. So we are going to have a display flex of 1, and also margin left of 4. So for the heading here, we are going to have a heading 4. So for this one, we are going to have the title of that product. So the title here, we can give it, for example, this title here. So let's add here. And also we need to have a quantity here. So after this heading 1 here, we can have a p tag here that holds the quantity. So for this, I'm going to give a quantity of 2 right here. So let us style. So let's have a class name here. And for this one, I'm going to give a text large. I'm going to also to have after text large here, we can have font to be bold. And also for actually for now, actually here I can give a different, for example, different color. Let's just leave it like that, semi-bold. I think that's okay. So for this one, for this p tag here, we can give a text of gray, and it is a variation. So I'm going to give it of 600, and I think that's all that I want for this part here. So yeah, you can see we have this here. And now the other part that we need is the price here. And you can see for this one, I forgot to add the $ here. So let's first of all make sure that I format this code. And after that, now I'm going to have the other part that holds the price. So I'm going to have a div here, and let's have a class name. So for this one, I'm going to have a text to be right, to be aligned at right, and also I'm going to make sure that we have text here that is a p tag. We are going to give it, for example, the price of $90, like that, and then here we can be able to style it. So for this one, I'm going to have a text to be large, and also we are going to have a font to be bold, like that. So if I save that, come back here, let's see how it looks like. So you can see here we don't have like good spacing, so I can try and change, for example, here. So let's see this one here, and I can say justify, and then let's see justify, justify, and then let's see evenly. Yeah, evenly, like that. So if I do that, come back here, I think so it looks almost similar. So I want to just keep looking at that. And here also I think, let's see if this one should be bold. Yeah, it's just the same. Actually, they are same. So there's no need to change anything. So if we have two orders, then we are going to add another div down here. But before that, I also need to have like a rating for this product. Now, after we have finished with the details of the product, we need also to see the rating part, where we have the rate this product, we have these rating stars here, we have the text area here, and also we have this button. So let's create that as a part for rating. So let's create here another div. So for this one, I'm going to give it a styling here, and the first thing that I want to do here is to give a flex, display flex, and then flex here to be column, and like that. Also for this one here, we are going to have a heading to be 3, and this one we can say that rate this product, and we have to style this one here also. So class name here will be having a margin y of 3, and also after this we can have the other part, which is a star rating. So we need to have a star rating here. So let's create star or import star rating. So let's see if we can do the auto completion, but auto import. So here I don't have that. So what I'm going to do here is to come to these other pages where we already used the star rating. So for example, for the product here, I think I had already used this. So I'm going to copy that and use it in here. So for example, and also the other thing that I'm going to do, let's first of all format this, and here also I need to import this star rating up here. So I'm going to copy this also. So after that, now let's come here and paste it like that. I'm going to save that and close this. So if I just come back here, so let's see the star rating here. So right here, what we are going to do is that I can see here we have some error. So what I'm going to do here is to actually restore this rating here, star rating importation, and I'm going to close this product here page. And right here now you can see that after that we imported star rating, and also we have added here. So if I come back to my project here, you can see that we have rate this product, and you can see here we have this star rating here, but it has a different color, and I want to change that. I want to change this and give them a color here, a gray color, like that. Let's see now how it will look like. Yeah, like that, so that when you just, we are going to activate them later on. So I'm going to add now the other part, which is now the text. So here I'm going to add the text area like that, and for this one I'm going to have a placeholder here. So for the placeholder, I'm going to add here, like leave a message. So placeholder, this one will be leave message, like that, and or leave a message. And here we can have the styling, so class name. Here we are going to have, for example, the padding here should be like 10. We can have the padding to be 10 pixels. Also for the width, we can give a width of 300 pixels, so 300 pixels. And also I can give a margin top of 3, like that. So I think after this, now what we are going to have down here is a button. So let's have a button here. For this button is submit button, and here we can have a class name. So class, let me just come up here and add a class name. And for this one, I'm going to have a BG. This one will be just a background of black, that is 1E 1E. And after that, we can have like a margin top of 3. I'm going to have a width of 200 pixels, like that. And also I can have a padding. Let's give a padding of let's say 5 pixels. And also for this one, we can have a text to be white, a text of white, like that. So if I come up here and format my code, and then come up here, you'll be able to see that now we are going to have a button here. And I think this is because we have not actually saved. So when I save this, you'll see that we have this leave a message, and you can see this, the whole part here. You can have the products here. So if I come up here, you can see now, yes, this other part is just like the same. So this is just iteration. So if you want to add another product, we can just come here, and let me first of all format my code. And then after that, I'm going to come up here from this part here up to, I think, let's say here. After that, here we have, and then I can copy this and paste it here. I think I have missed one div, so let's go again and see where we need to copy from. So where we want to iterate is here. So I think what I can do is, first of all, copy this. This should be inside this div here. I don't know why I'm getting this error here. Oh, actually I know why. So I'm going to add it there, and let me format. And after that, let me see where I need to copy this. So I need to mark here up to here, that is. So I need to copy after, let me show you. So I'm going to copy this, and for the first until here for the submit, and then after that I can copy this down here. So if I do that, come back here, you'll be able to see now we have 2 products here. And I don't know, I think here I have this to be, let me see here. So for this div here, we need to make sure that this one is flex item here. Can make sure that this one for the flex, I think it should not, we should not copy like that, I think so. So I'm going to just save this, let me see. And yeah, so this is we don't need to do that. So I'm going to, let me save this again, and let me just go back again and just leave it like here. So yeah, you can see how it looks like. Yeah, I think this one is just okay. I think we need to just identify where you need to loop from. So I think this one here, let me format my code, and when I want to add another product, so let's see this one here. So you can see we have rate here to be a different one. So I think I can wrap them with one div. So let me just come here and up to where we have this div here, and I can wrap them using one div. I think have a div here, and then paste it here like that. Format my code. Now let's see where I have this div. So where I have this, so I have this div until here. So I can copy this and until there, and so I can copy this and paste it there. So if I do that, and you can see now it's working fine here. So what I can do is to make sure that also I have given this different styling, and what I can do is to give a margin bottom of 4 like that. Let's see if this will let me also come here to this part and make sure that I have styled this. So margin bottom of 4 like that. So if I save that, come back here, I think you can see now we have some space here, and I think this is okay. So now the other part that we have been left with is now this part here. We have shipping information, and we are going to have a payment method here to be Visa, this other part here, and also we have this where we have the order summary. So let's see where to add that div. So after this, now you can see here we have let's see, so for this one we have a div here, so we can have let me see the where we need to start, because these divs are so many and we need to know where to add them. So for this one I have this order here, so I need to come up here, and I'm going to track it until here, and after that now we can have another div for the shipping information. So let me make sure that I style this. So class name, here I'm going to give a background to be of gray, and this one I can give a background gray of 50. I'm going to have a padding of 4, and also I'm going to have a rounded to be LG, so have a smooth corners here. So if I come back here for this one, you can see that we have this part here. It is, you cannot be able to see it very clearly. Let me see if yeah, you can see this one here. So after that, we can have a heading that is having shipping information. So this is in shipping information. So let's add that here, shipping information, and let's style this. So see class name here, I'm going to have a text to be XL, and also I'm going to have a font semi bold like that. I'm going to have a margin bottom of 2 like that, and after that now we can have like this text here, for example the email. So I'm going to come up here and we can add the, I can add the email, so the email here, and also for this one also I can have also the name. So let's do that. So for the name here also I'm going to copy and paste it here. So let's see for the styling here, we are going to have similar styling for this. So let's have for example, this will be a text of gray, and it is a variation. So this one will be 600. So I'm going to copy this like that, and then paste it here. And also I think for the other phone number, we can have like the phone number also. So let's add the phone number, because I already forgot the phone number here. We can even have the phone number, that is. So let me paste it here. For the phone number, actually we can give for example 1 plus, let me add here plus, and then here we can have like 65 like that, and then it's just a dummy information. So if I do that, come back to my code here, you can see we have the this shipping information. So now we can have the other part, this one for the payment, that is. So let's come here and add another div. So let's cite this div here, so class name here, and for this one I'm going to have a background of gray, and also is a variation which is 50. I'm going to have rounded to be LG, so LG here, and let me just come inside here, and I'm going to have a heading of 3, which is I'm going to have a payment method like that, and here we are going to have a class name, and let me just make sure that this also is capital. So for this here, I'm going to have text to be extra large, so XL, and also I'm going to have a font to be semi-bold, and also I'm going to have a margin bottom of 2 like that. So after that we can have the padding. So for the padding here, I'm going to actually, for the text is just visa. So for the class name, so class name here, we are going to have a text of gray, text gray, and also this one is 600 like that. So if I format my code here, so another part that we should have is the other part for the order summary. But let's see how our code looks like. Yeah, you can see payment here. This is a Visa one here. So also I think we can just give margin. So margin of 2. Let's see if actually margin y. Let's see if this will separate these two divs. Yeah, you can see this one. We have a separation here. So let's have the other part, which is the order summary. So I'm going to create another div here. So for this div, let us have the information here. So for this one, we are going to have a background to be also gray, variation of 50. And also I'm going to have a padding of 4. And also I'm going to have a rounded to be LG. So LG like that. And also right here I'm going to have the text which we are going to add as a order summary. This one will be order summary, and let me make sure that I style this. So this one I'm going to have as text XL. I'm going to have also font to be semi-bold, and also I'm going to have a margin bottom of 2 like that. So if I save this and then come back here, you can see that we have order summary here. So for this one, I'm going to have after this heading here, I'm going to have a div that holds the information. So let's have this one class name here, and for this one I'm going to have a flex. I'm going to justify, this one will be justify between, and also I'm going to have a margin to be margin bottom of 2. So here we are going to have a span, and the first information is like, for example, subtotal. So subtotal, and we are going to have colon here, and the other one here we can have the span, which also holds like this information, for example the subtotal here. So for this one, subtotal is 700, so this one 720 like that. And I think also I need to give this spans styling. So let's have here class name. So for the subtotal here, I'm going to give a text of large. I'm going to give a font to be medium, and also I think for this one also, let's give it a different class name. So for this one, we are going to have text to be large, or just LG, and also I'm going to have a font to be semi-bold like that. So after that, I think we can have the other information. We are going to just copy this and paste it here, and for this one we are going to have the shipping. So shipping here we can add, so for example $10. So this one will be $10, and also we can have now the other information, which is total. So for the total here will be, let's add here just the total. So the total here will be 730 like that. And I think that's the only thing that we need right here. So let's come back here and see the information. So you can see we have the information right here. So I think this the only thing that we have been left with is this button here. So let's do that. We can have after that we can have after this one, let's have a, I think it should be inside this div. So let's see here. Yeah, let's have that another div here, and I think this one should be actually inside here. So let's have styling. So class name. So for this one we are going to have a margin top of 8 like that. We are going to have a text center like that, and then inside here we are going to have a button. So button, so this one will be continue shipping, continue shopping, that is. Let's have a styling for this one here, and then this is class name. We are going to have a background color here, and for the background color here we are going to have a E and then F9. We are going to have 3 dB. This is a variation of pink color. Also, I'm going to have a text to be white. I'm going to have a padding of 3. I'm going to have rounded to be LG. And the last thing that I'm going to add is font to be semi-bold for my text like that. So if I do that, come back here, you'll be able to see that I have this also continue shopping. So when you click this, it should take you to also the home page. So what I'm going to do right now is to make sure that I format this code and make sure that I push this code to my GitHub. So I'm going to add like that, and then let's add commit changes. So this one is finished front end or completed. Let's add here completed my front end, and then I can be able to push. So git push origin, and then it's front end. Of course, it's front end here like that. So let's push that and add the passphrase like that. So I think I have added a wrong passphrase, so let's add like that. Yeah, I think that's okay. Now I don't want this video to be longer than this. This is a very long video. So what you are going to do is that in the next video you are going to continue with the admin dashboard, and then you are going to do the integration. So have a great day. Remember to like this video, also subscribe to this YouTube channel, and you'll be so that you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. See you on the next video. Have a great day.